Hello and welcome to the Asshole Book Club. Today I'm just going to be doing some Am I the Asshole Reddit posts. Easy peasy. Let's see. Try to find one that doesn't matter too much and then find something that sounds a little spicy. Am I the asshole for sleeping with nightlights? Once it loads. Wow, that's a surprisingly long post for nightlights. Okay. My boyfriend, who is 18, and I, who am a woman of 19 years, visited his family for a week during the holidays. I knew I was bothering his family, so I bought gifts for his... How are you bothering his family? Elaborate, please. So I bought gifts for his parents, and I crocheted a handbag for his sister to show my gratitude. Everything seemed fine when I met his family, but the problem started when, during this vacation, I shared a room with his sister, who is 16. I have a habit of sleeping with a nightlight because I'm afraid of darkness. And I also stay up quite late. Okay. And you're 19? I guess I won't judge. Doop-de-doo. My question is, why do you stay up late if you're also afraid of the darkness? Like, I don't know. The first night I asked his sister what time she usually sleeps, and she said it depends, so I just let her sleep whenever she wanted to sleep. Yeah. The first night I left the nightlight dim, and she didn't say anything or tell me to turn off the light. But then, around 2 a.m., I saw her covering her head with a blanket. I guess she had trouble sleeping, so I turned off the light. Just to be sure, because I didn't know what she wanted. After that night, her attitude gradually changed negatively towards me. I mean, she's 16. 16-year-olds kind of get pissy about anything. Yeah. Doo-doo-doo. And then my boyfriend told me she was complaining to him that she couldn't sleep because I left the nightlight on until 2 a.m. I mean, how photosensitive is this 16-year-old girl? Because I could fall asleep in this light. Not that I would want to. I usually prefer the darkness. Or I'll leave a TV running, I don't know. I was like, why doesn't she tell me instead of talking through my boyfriend? Because she's 16 and they love to talk behind people's backs. He said she usually doesn't tell the person she has a problem with directly, no shit, but instead complains to someone else. So on the second night, I proactively said sorry to her and turned off the night light completely to sleep in the dark, which resulted in me having a nightmare, but I didn't complain about it. I mean, you're complaining about it online right now. Yet the next day, she didn't say a word to me during the whole trip, and I always had the feeling that she didn't like my presence. On the third night, I had an assignment due at midnight, so I had to do it. Why didn't you do it before you had to turn it in? Is my question. However, I still turned off all the lights and tried to finish my work quickly so she could sleep. My laptop's brightness was at 0%. I had trouble sleeping after finishing my homework, so I watched a movie on my phone, but turned off the sound completely and read the subtitles. Then, around 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. I went to the washroom and that's it? You were in there for an hour? Okay. Thought everything was normal, but tonight my boyfriend and I were watching a movie in my room when his mother called him out to talk. And he told me later that his sister was complaining I left the light on until 2 a.m. last night and she couldn't sleep, so she was upset. Then because my boyfriend's parents were upset at him, because of that, my boyfriend's parents were upset at him. That's not true. I tried to explain the situation, but he told me his mother said if I want to do homework, why don't I go in the kitchen? To be honest, if you don't say it, how can people read your mind? I mean, it seems like if the kitchen is a public use like space and you're not gonna disturb anyone by going into the kitchen, then the reasonable person would have done that anyway instead of freaking turning the laptop on and just click clacking away when someone's sleeping in the room. And the thing is that from beginning to end, I didn't hear a word being said directly to me. No, your boyfriend's family are all like, I don't know what the word for it is. People who talk behind your back, like, they're not gonna say anything to you because that's not their style. It was all through my boyfriend, and his little sister was always cold towards me. I admit that I was wrong, but I also deserve a straightforward feedback or just a simple, can you turn off the light? Instead of an underlying unsatisfactory attitude like that. Am I the asshole here? A little bit. I mean, you could have gone in the kitchen. Let's see. I think you are the asshole mainly because, like, I don't know, it doesn't sound like you tried to engage in a conversation, and it doesn't really sound like you try to do too much to actually avoid the issues here. Top comment says, you're the asshole. If you know you need a light on, tell her up front and ask if that's going to be an issue. If you have homework or a movie, of course do that elsewhere if she's a light sleeper and you've observed her having issues. She's likely sleep deprived, grumpy, and non-confrontational. So step up your game a bit in communication. Yeah, just talk to the person. The second comment says that the sister's probably just upset about having to share her room with her brother's girlfriend who she just met. I mean, I agree with that. Yeah. Everyone seems to think that you're the asshole here, so sorry. Next time, just go in the kitchen and do your thing there. Also, maybe it's time to get over your fear of the dark. Like, I know that's a rude thing to say, but like, you're almost 20 now. You can sleep in the dark. Like, come on. Let's be reasonable here. Am I the asshole for getting upset when realizing that my boyfriend is ashamed of me? I mean, sounds like you're not, but we'll find out. Hello, English isn't my first language, so I'm sorry for mistakes. I also have no idea how much backstory or context I'm supposed to give, if any. Well, it looks like you gave plenty, so we'll see. I, a 32-year-old woman, have a boyfriend who is 33. We've been together for almost 8 years, but we do not live together, and we have completely split economies. I have a ton of health issues, and on top of that, I'm autistic. I do not work. I'm on disability pay from the government. I understand these things are embarrassing. Not really. That's, I would say, a decent amount of the population has that. Like, it's just one of those things that happens in life. I don't know. Alright, I'm taking my glasses off. These really aren't helping me at all. In November, my boyfriend asked me to accompany him to a work dinner in a month or so. I have never met his colleagues, and I said I'd love to. When we got to like a week before the date, I asked him what I should wear or should I buy a new dress. He said he thought I didn't want to come, so he only confirmed for one person. What? But you said you'd love to. I was hurt and said that, but I said yes. And he said that he just thought that the event didn't fit me. I asked him why he even asked to begin with, and he apologized, and we let that go. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of messed up. Why would you invite someone to a dinner, get their confirmation, and then not invite them? Like, what the fuck? Uh, a week goes by, and he goes to the dinner, and I stay home. Fast forward 2 months to yesterday. My boyfriend had just come home from the gym. I have no idea why, but in the middle of cooking, I just remembered that conversation, and it hit me that he meant that he's actually too ashamed of me. And I got really, really angry and said something along the lines of, "Hey, do you remember that time you were so ashamed of me you canceled dinner?" Which I do admit wasn't productive. He was in the shower, so I don't know if he heard. I mean, yeah, it wasn't productive. It was kind of passive aggressive. If you're gonna confront someone about something, do it to their face and make sure you clearly state the issue you have with them. When he got out of the shower, he asked why I looked so sad. I was still cooking. I said that I don't know why, but I remember the dinner thing, and it felt shitty that he canceled because he was ashamed of me. And he got quiet. During the course of the evening, he made some comments about random stuff a bit now and then, but I didn't respond other than acknowledging that I'd heard. We both were playing video games until he went home for sleep. I'm watching you, cat. This morning he texts me, "Hey, remember yesterday when I was having a good night post-fitness and you decided to go down memory lane and tank the energy levels of the whole apartment? Then you went sulking with your games like that was a perfectly normal thing to do with a thanking smiley at the end." Okay, so your boyfriend's kind of just a dick, is what I'm getting from this. And you're both somewhat passive-aggressive? I was amazed at this response because while it was a pretty delayed reaction, it's not like he would be less ashamed of me now. It's not like if the dinner was tomorrow, he'd suddenly be No! Go! Shoo. He'd suddenly not be ashamed and we'd go. And I do understand why he'd be ashamed, but it's not like I wouldn't behave myself or dress properly for a dinner event. It really hurts that he thinks so lowly of me, but it could be that I'm overreacting. I don't think you are. I think you should just break up with your boyfriend. You don't, like, live together. No! God damn it. I'm glad this is the last story, because my cat's about to pull this whole thing down. Well, not my cat. TLDR, my boyfriend asked me to accompany him to a work event. No, it just sounds like your boyfriend's an asshole. I don't need to read the TLDR. The fact that he, top comment, I already think you're not the asshole. Top comment says you're not the asshole. No. Go. God, this cat. The fact that he was more concerned with you ruining his mood than wanting to know more about why you were hurt or how he can repair the damage is very telling. Sounds like he's very adept at the 5 Ds of dodging responsibility. I don't know what they are. Oh, hey, here we go. Dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge. Okay, so it's 4 Ds. I gotcha. This is important. This person is responding to you saying that you're autistic and do not work and are on disability pay and understand these things are embarrassing. These things are not embarrassing and certainly should not be to a boyfriend of 8 years. Yeah, I agree. If he doesn't love you for who you are, then what the hell is he doing? And to be more concerned about the energy level of the room when you're clearly upset about something he had done than about the fact that he had hurt you, you deserve so much more than this guy who does not respect you, love you, or cherish you. My opinion is that he should be sent packing. Not even packing, really, because you don't live together. Like, yeah, I really think you should break up with your boyfriend. I know you probably won't see this video, but that's my 2 cents on that. And yeah, leave your comments down below what you thought, and I'll see you later. Have a good day, everyone, and AITA.